Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Rogue Leader channel. And this is a new episode in our Innovators and Influencers series. Thanks for joining us. I'm delighted today to have a very special guest with us, Dr. Eduardo Padron. And let me tell you a little bit about him before we get into, I'm sure, is going to be an engaging conversation. Dr. Padron came here. He chose to be an American at a young age. As a young teenager, he came here to the U.S. in 1961. He's now the president emeritus of Miami-Dade College. His biography and achievements are lengthy and amazing. And if I read them all to you, we'd be here for about a half an hour. So let me pick out some um, things that I think you should know about him. As president emeritus of Miami-Dade College, he's really led the way in terms of innovation in education. Miami-Dade College graduates more people. It's the highest uh, degree granting institution in the United States. More importantly, Miami-Dade graduates more minorities, including Hispanics, African Americans, than any other institution in the United States. He's achieved worldwide recognition for his innovation in education and the recipient of many honors and awards, one of which is the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which was given to him by President Barack Obama. So without further ado, welcome, Eduardo. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Well, what a pleasure for me to be and spend a few minutes with you today. It's wonderful to be able to see you and have a conversation with you.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it as well. So let's start off. Let's move to Miami-Dade College. You've achieved so much there. What are the things that you're most proud of and what you've been able to do in your long trajectory there?
Well, there are so many things that I could mention, but I will tell you that what I consider to be one of the greatest accomplishments, it's having seen during my almost 25 years as president of Miami-Dade College, the institution to become a national powerhouse, well respected and admired all over the nation because of the impact that it has had on this community in South Florida. Miami-Dade College, excuse me, has earned the reputation of being democracy's college because it's an institution that has proven that access, open access, and academic excellence can go hand in hand. This is an institution that has touched every corner of South Florida. It's an institution, it's hard to find a household in Miami-Dade County that has not been touched by MDC. And the impact on the economics of South Florida has been incredible. It's been the greatest equalizer that we have in this area. And it's something that I take a great deal of pride of because I know how many lives have been changed because of the door of opportunity that Miami-Dade College has provided to everyone, regardless of race, regardless of economic status, regardless of anything. And I feel that's very unique in this country and something that we should all feel very proud of.
Outstanding. And so this vision, when did this vision start? Did it start like in the first couple of years when you became president? Did you have this idea in the beginning? And then the second question from that, Dr. Padron, is how did you create that culture of excellence? Like what, I'm sure our viewers are going to be very interested in understanding what actions you and the rest of your team took to make that vision, which a lot of people have beautiful visions, but very few of them turn them into reality. So what was the spark of the vision? And then how did you create this incredible culture that is recognized globally?
Well, I think the spark comes as a result of my own experience as an immigrant, and having experience, both the need as well as the responsibilities, as well as the opportunities that I had growing up in America as an immigrant. And this is a choice that I made to come back to Miami-Dade College, where I was a student originally, and do for others what I think the institution did for me, and learning how important it is to integrate all the citizens into the life of the community. And this is something that is very important to understand, because I really feel that leaders are as good as they are able to allow others to support you, and people who share your passion, your vision, and the commitment to do what we set out to do. And at Miami-Dade College, I think that's the secret sauce. It's an institution that has been able to bring people from all walks of life at that institution that are really committed to the improvement of our society, who really make this almost religion, and an institution that provides everyone the same opportunity. When you look around Miami, and you know this very well, Paul, almost every leader in every sector of the economy, in the public sector, in the private sector, are people who came through Miami-Dade College. Because like myself, many of us did not have a chance nor the resources to attend other institutions. And Miami-Dade College was the door of opportunity. And I can tell you this from my own experience. When I did a year and a half of high school, when I arrived here in the United States, it was a difficult time. I slept almost 2-3 hours a day, because I had to go to school, and I had 3-4 part-time jobs that I had to go to, and a younger brother that I had to take care of. And on the weekends, I would be taken to Homestead, where I would spend the whole Saturday and Sunday picking up strawberries and tomatoes and all that. So it was tough. And when I was finishing high school, I applied to many of the good schools in this nation to go to college, and they all rejected me. And the only one that dare take a chance on me was what at that time was called Dade County Junior College. And I never forgot that. And I thought a sense of responsibility to give back. And I have been privileged to work at that institution for 51 years. I was president of one of the campuses for 15, and then almost 25 as president. And that allowed me the opportunity to do the things I always wanted to do, to give every student a sense of belonging, a sense of ownership, a sense of pride. And the same with the faculty. We are all extremely committed. I don't think you can find an institution where the emphasis on the students is so important, so ingrained in the fabric of that place. So for me, it's been a real privilege. I always say I would pay to do the job.
You're amazing. And I think the things I just picked up from what you said is you have created a culture. It's not a mission statement. It's a culture where I picked up two things from your story. Obviously, your commitment, your hard work as a teenager, working, picking fruit on the weekends, taking care of your younger brother, but committed to that dream that you had for yourself, and then giving back. So for me, Miami-Dade College, for those viewers who don't know, I'm in South Florida. Um, there's two things that have always struck me about that institution. Number one is the access. But the second thing that's as important is the experience once you enter into that space, because the innovation, the creativity, it isn't just one area. Some schools have a specialty area. Yeah, you go to there to be a doctor, you go to there to be this and that. And what I found fascinating is that Miami-Dade College has so many strengths in so many different areas. You're continually innovating. You're continually pushing the envelope so that when I, as a student, have that access, that's great. I have access to an amazing education, and the experience of being there also is very enriching and powerful, which is why I think MDC alums are such a strong voice. I mean, as you said, they're everywhere. And I haven't met an alum yet who hasn't just spoken highly of the experience they had there. So that culture, so for the viewers, you can create a culture that's meaningful, that is built every day by thousands of interactions, by consistency, by a commitment to that vision. So just wonderful work, absolutely wonderful work. I'm going to save a leadership question at the end because I always ask everybody at the end the same leadership question. What's the greatest honor that you've received?
That's an interesting question, because for me, the honor has been to be able to serve. But I've been very fortunate and privileged to have been recognized in so many ways. You mentioned the Medal of Freedom. That was very special because that's the highest civilian honor in the United States. And the only college president in many, 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 many years to be recognized for that. You know, having been inducted into the American Academy of Arts and Science, again, tremendous honor. Being honored by the New York Times, the Washington Post, as one of the most important college and university presidents, inducted into the U.S. World and News Report Hall of Fame. And I could go on and on and on. But the very important message, if there is a message that I want to send for people who are listening, is understanding that no one does this alone. This is every accomplishment, every award that I have received is a reflection of the dedication and the commitment, the perseverance and the drive of the people around me. Those that really make it happen. You know, I always feel like I'm a cheerleader who try to motivate and encourage and reward those who go the extra mile. And it is those people who go the extra mile that allow the institutions to flourish and to become what it has become here in Miami. And our students, as you know, after they finish with us, they transfer to institutions all over the United States. So it is Harvard or Yale or Princeton, you name it. And I always get reports back from the presidents of those institutions telling me that those students perform as well or even better than the students who started there on their very strict, very selective process. And that makes me very, very proud because after all, it's the success of the students that should be taken as the way you measure institutions. I think we have plenty of good examples. Some of our students have become U.S. senators, U.S. representatives, have become lieutenant governors, have become legislators, mayors of our various cities within South Florida. Right now, the chief of police, the chief of fire, the head of the port, the head of the airport, the head of the Jackson Hospital. They're all graduates of Miami-Dade College. But it's even more impressive in the private sector, where the heads of the major corporations, major companies, whether it's the major accounting firms, the major law firms, just in banking, there are 17 bank presidents today in South Florida who are products of Miami-Dade College. That makes me very, very proud, because what that shows is what this institution has done. And if you look at the profile of most of those individuals, these are people that if Miami-Dade College had not been there, God knows where they would be, because it was the only door of opportunity that was presented to them. That's why you will always hear me say that talent is universal, but opportunity is not. And the secret of Miami-Dade College is it has allowed the talent to be harnessed and to be able to allow every talent to be given an opportunity. And that's simply put, what all colleges and universities in this country should be doing.
Just wonderful. I hope the listeners got all that. There were so many pearls of wisdom in there about talent and opportunity. And we're going to end the conversation. Again, I want to focus on leadership. Something you said that struck me just now, which is that two things I heard. Number one, that you've always come from being of service. And the second thing is that you recognize as a leader that your success depends on the people around you, and your ability as a leader to harness that energy, that talent, those skills goes a long way into whether you're going to succeed or not. That's really the role of a leader. Is there any other advice you'd like to give our leaders, as to the folks listening, to the leaders that are listening and the leaders to be, as to what are some keys to success? Any last thoughts on that?
Well, I think I said enough of that.
Okay.
What I would say, what's most important, in my opinion, is for leaders to understand, again, that what they do is a result of the work of many others, what they accomplish, and to remain humble and to understand what their mission in life is. And, you cannot measure everything on how much money you make or so forth and so on. The greatest satisfaction for me every day is to run into alumni who tell me, thank you for the opportunity that I received. That touches my heart because I know what they are saying is the opportunity that I received allowed me to be who I am. And I cannot think of a greatest reward for an educator than to know that the little things that you do every day mean a lot of big things for other people. And that's I cannot think of anything more precious in life.